Caught wife with best man. So this goes back to the beginning of the toughest year of my life. But after many therapy sessions and talking with all the friends I left during the relationship, I'm able to talk about it. It started out with my wife acting more and more distant. I didn't really think anything of it and definitely didn't suspect my best man that had just broken up with his girlfriend of 6 years to be the cause. But it got significantly worse when he had to leave his apartment and had nowhere to stay. I decided he could sleep on the couch, and this is when the fun begins, and not for me. It was week before Christmas and she went to work. I was on the MacBook looking for gifts and a message popped up. It was my best man, and I kind of ignored it. The next message popped up with, "Is he working tonight?" And I proceeded to look because that's a weird thing to ask FTR. I never snoop. I start reading and am instantly in tears. It hit much harder because I trusted him. Therese talk of what they want and when him at work, and it goes on. It was graphic. In shock and out of my mind, I go bang on his new apartment's door so hard he thought it was the police. I walked right in, asked him about the messages. He starts saying it's out of context, go reread them, I would never do that, etc. Silly me thinks maybe I was just overthinking. I go home and reread them and take some pictures because he'll need evidence. Which good thing I did, because she logged out a couple minutes later. She gets home, wants an immediate separation, and I said yes and left for my parents. I came back the next day unannounced to get some of my stuff. I ask why his cell phone charger is plugged in by the bed. She tries saying it's mine. I point out that I have mine and I don't own that brand. She then says, well, we came and watched TV in here. I know I got her. I questioned her and said, why? When there is a TV in the living room. She kicked me out of our apartment. Just a couple weeks ago, after I served her, she agreed to all terms, admitting it was adultery. One more form and I'm divorced. To anyone going through tough times, go see a therapist. It makes these roads much easier to navigate. Redditor's reaction. Redditor 1, wow, sorry this happened to you. Good for you for seeking out therapy. How long were you married? Take your time, this is the beginning of the next phase of your life. They will get what's coming to them, and if they don't, so the F word what? Their reputations are ruined. Would you be friends with someone who could do something like this? Keep up NC with both of them and move on. It's a cliche, but it's true, living well is the best revenge. Best of luck. Redditor 2, I am so sorry to hear this. She sounds vile. Frankly, the pair of them deserve one another. And she kicked you out? Jesus, also just popped around to watch a movie. That's still Seuss. You are better off without them. She cheated on Yuku. They'll cheat on each other once the reality of cohabiting and being in a relationship wears off. Imagine his last GF left him because he was S-itty to her. Karma will bite because their personalities will make them do more S-itty things. Good people get good things because they try to be decent. So a better chance of good things happening is a possibility. Shitty selfish people win in the short term, but their venality, ego and greed make them dissatisfied and always looking for more. So they'll flame out. They'll try to project happy and finally free vibes on social media. But that's them trying to cultivate an image. Social media is PR. NC, stick with people who are loyal to you. You're the better person and you will grow from this. Redditor 3, if you didn't do it already, tell to all families and friends who those two really are. Cheaters like to control the narrative and spin the story, so better to take control first. You are divorced, so there won't be particular consequences if you tell everybody. Also, your ex-wife is very likely a serial cheater. Her reaction was very telling, incredibly cold, heartless, and with a complete lack of empathy. She most likely is a very bad person. Indeed, serial cheats are dishonest, liars, manipulators, con people, selfish, self-centered, lack of empathy, have double lives, and are STDs super spreaders. You dodged a gigantic bullet, my friend. Hugs. Redditor 4, you have my condolences and sympathy. You were put through the ringer. The best thing you can do is to not dwell on it, easier said, and live your best life. While someday there may be a reckoning for this twosome, when that day arrives and all your reaction amounts to is a nonchalant, wow. That sucks, it will save you that they have no power over you or your life. You are the captain of your life, and while the sea of life is stormy now, I hope for you better days ahead. Redditor 5, if it's any consolation, When two cheaters eventually get together, their relationship is very short-lived. There is a strong possibility that she will be back begging you to take her back, and telling you what a terrible mistake she made, and that you are the only man she has ever loved. Once the divorce is over, you will have no reason to ever see her or contact her again.